Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is cryptocurrency. What is going on, guys? What's good? Happy Friday. Good morning. I hope you're having a great morning, and I hope the rest of the day is even better. I wanted to just hop on here real quick. We've been on the road a bit. Went out to Miami, had a really great time there. If you get a chance to get to Miami, definitely do so. If you get a chance, check out Number One Hotel. It's called, like, One Hotel in Miami. Really awesome service, really great atmosphere. Customer service is off the chart, really good. So, but in any case, so I haven't been able to, obviously haven't been on the road taking this drive for a while, so I wanted to shoot a real quick video. Man, I got all kinds of things that kind of going on in the digital asset space. It's hard to even find a path to kind of begin to make a video. I don't know, it's just it's exciting times for me. Like, I feel like SBI VC Trade is about to launch. I feel like that's happening any day now. In the month of July, I really do, and I think that is going to be massive. I find it very interesting that Ripple and MoneyGram have not gone live yet, when there's nothing stopping them from doing so, right? Like Brad Kimes always says. I find that very interesting that they're not doing that. I also find it very interesting that it continues the lack of exposure or mentioning of XRP continues. It seems to not be uttered from anyone's mouth. Is fascinating to me that continues to go on when anyone with half a brain, especially in people, President Donald Trump, Steve Mnuchin, the Congress people, know about this company, right? I mean, Steve, in this digital asset, Steve Mnuchin wrote the executive order 13772. President Donald Trump signed off on it. The company Ripple mentioned 3 times in there, yet to the masses, XRP and the company Ripple are never mentioned. I find that to be very fascinating. I really do. Wow. But in any case, so has anybody been kind of pondering why Mark Carney left the Bank of England spot and moved into the IMF, which most people would say is a promotion? It's just something about that just, right? Like, it makes me think there's gotta be something. So, you remember not too long ago when I think most of the people in the XRP community remember this, when Brad Garlinghouse was on stage with the lawyer, I guess the top lawyer for the IMF, and that question came up about the IMF holding digital assets, and you know how the guy, I thought their behavior, Brad Garlinghouse's behavior, the lawyer's behavior from the IMF was just interesting to me. The way they were acting, it's like they knew it was possible. They knew it was very possible. They knew it might in fact be probable, but they couldn't say. And he had to take a lawyer stance with that answer and say, and just, say how, the only way for it to happen was for a country to hold it, right? And I just think Mark Carney leaves from the Bank of England. The Bank of England is, in fact, a Ripple customer, right, on the Ripple net, right? So this Mark Carney guy, very familiar with Ripple, the company, very familiar with that asset and X-Rapid, Ripple's product can do. Very familiar, right? Very, very familiar. Now he goes to the IMF to head the IMF. I mean, that's technically what's about to happen, right? You know, I mean, wouldn't he be a guy that would say yay or nay to holding a digital asset at the IMF? Since he's going to become the head of the IMF, he would be the one to give the blessing, right? He would be kind of the one, right? I mean, he's going to get a gentle nudge from, his bosses, right? But he would be the one to kind of give that blessing. And he would be able to, here's the thing, speak quite eloquently about the reason for doing it. And his experience at the Bank of England with using Ripple, or using XRP, excuse me, and dealing with the company Ripple. He probably would be able to state all the things that Brad and the team at Ripple have been doing to be compliant with regulatory people, right? Probably be able to do that. Probably very familiar. Can tell some stories of what went on at the Bank of England and how they used XRapid and XRP and how they dealt with Ripple, and talk favorably about the technology and the people there and what they've been doing, right? Does that make sense? Just to me, it does not make sense. But here's the thing. So I was on the Telegram group, Investment Perspectives. And if you guys are not on that, if you want to, kind of raise your level of the digital asset that you hold, right? You want to raise that IQ up some, right? You want to get on that Telegram group. If you want to feel more confident about what it is that you have, then get in that Telegram group. If you want to gain some different perspectives of the digital asset space, in particular, the digital asset XRP, you want to join that Telegram group. It's called Investment Perspectives. A lot of smart people there. Mickey B. Fresh, XRP Fitness, Tom T is the guy who kind of runs it, Charles Hunter, just, XRP Gringo, just to name a few. Okay, guys, just to name a few that are in that Telegram group. So you definitely want to join that. So, I'm out of town and I'm, I'm sneaking to get on my phone, right? When I can, shoot out, head out to the bathroom, oh man, trying to get up to date, stay informed, right, without getting in trouble. So, so I saw this post on there about Luminous Design. And I was thinking it was a project. I was thinking it maybe some company that I haven't heard of or whatever. Right? So, but I saw a couple of people kind of post on it saying, man, wow. Right? So it turns out it's just a quick 2-minute video. And you're going to probably have to scroll up to find it, Luminous Design. And it turns out it's some meeting or something in the Parliament of England. Parliament, right? UK, I'm guessing that's the UK Parliament. Now, and I have never seen this. I have never seen this, okay, from our Congress people here in the US, or from whatever they call the people in Japan, and whatever they call the people in Russia and China, or never seen this, right? So essentially, a politician gets up there and just goes off about the banking system, goes off about the central banks. I mean, this dude went off, like he literally called them criminals. Central bankers. He called them criminals. He said, the counterfeiting that goes on, he called fractional reserve banking, called them out. Like abusing the taxpayers. Called out the system. That is the central bank system. Called them out. And I'm just thinking to myself, Why hasn't anyone else called out that system? Why a dude from the UK? So here's my thing, and I just want you to think about this for a second. If we have access to that in the US, how many people you think in the UK saw that? And if we are fed up with what's going on with the central banks, isn't it probably likely that the average Joe and Jane in the UK is quite fed up as well? And now here's this video that's accessible to the masses, that's probably going to go mainstream, probably in the UK, calling out the central banks. And my point to that is, it's been hinted that the UK could in fact be the country that takes on a digital asset as its currency. It's been hinted. So what if they just take the people in the UK, they take that 2-minute rant by the person in the parliament and run with that and say, we need to change. We need to change. And so now we have this thing, this digital asset, running on this ILP, running on a ledger that is fully transparent. So the central banks can no longer get away with the things that they have been getting away with. And it's backed by this company, it's created by this company, it's owned by this company, however you want, not owned, but created by this company, this X-Rapid software and this digital asset XRP with the company. Here's this Brad Garlinghouse, look how handsome he is. And yep, they've been totally compliant, and they've been dealing with all within the regulatory framework. So you don't have to worry about that. It's safe, it's compliant. It's not the Bitcoin, right? It's not the Bitcoins and Ethereum, right? They could take that narrative and just run with it. And they still got that trusted face of the former head of the Bank of England, Mark Carney, talking about it. And there was a video of Mark Carney on there not too long ago, I think it was in January of this year, said look for something substantial to happen within the banking system of England in 2019. So those are just my thoughts. Please don't do some stuff in the comments about, you're trying to hype. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't seen that video, you got to check out that video. So get yourself to get the Telegram app if you don't have it. Join Investment Perspectives, again, if for no other reason than to gain some greater insight on the asset, on the greatest digital asset ever created that you hold. Because remember, you have to be prepared. You have to be armed. You have to know what you hold. So during tough times, you can weather the storms, right? So get on there and get yourself, raise your IQ, as I like to say. Raise your financial IQ. Raise your XRP IQ. What's that? Your radar. Get your XRP radar, better equipped, more fine-tuned, is the digital nomad investor likes to say. So get on there, check that out. I'm telling you, very, very telling. I was blown away that this dude with the cameras rolling went off on the central bankers. You got to check that out. So anyway, so that's just kind of one thought that I've been having for today. Hopefully I'll be able to shoot another video sometime later on today. Hopefully I'll be able to shoot another one. But yeah, it's so many things going on in this community. I just would love to hear what you think about that. The possibility that could happen. I mean, do you think it's even possible? I don't know what's going on with the currency there. I guess this would be called the British pound. I don't know if there's some trouble. I just think as a whole, the central bank debt is massive. And I think it would be really interesting to see if that's possible. I would love to hear what you guys think. Do you think it's possible that could happen? So again, you have to kind of know the Mark Carney video. You got to be able to go check that out so you can hear him say something substantial is going to happen in 2019 for the banking system in England. Okay, and he said SMEs. You know, it's going to be something that we're working with an SME, a small enterprise, small to medium enterprise. That would be a company like Ripple, right? So definitely want to check that out. Look into that. You know, I find it very, very, very interesting that could be plausible. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Love to hear what guys think about that. But man, when you kind of put things together, I don't know, for some reason that video, just like something just got me going down that path. You know, something just got me kind of going down that path. That video was like, what the world? What the world? I know Sam I Am did a video. I don't know if he was saying what I'm saying, but that video he did, you know, he was doing it more kind of like, look, dudes, you know, please with the quant stuff, right? Please with the, what's the other one? The chain link, guys, please. Yeah, he's like, come on. Nothing can compare to what Ripple's been doing for the last 3 years. I love that video that he did. But I just think that's interesting with the whole Mark Carney thing, the Bank of England. I think that move, there's a reason for that move. And I think that could be the reason. UK to take up a digital asset as its currency. Interesting. So anyway, guys, love to hear what you think in the comments. I definitely appreciate that. I'm going to wrap this video up by saying this again to you. Never, ever forget that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Or are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. The battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.